Black tie.
Yes.
Are you going to a funeral?
No.
Have you been to a funeral?
No.
Nor me. Right, I want to tell you a little story I heard. Well, I read it in a book. It's a fascinating metaphysics book. I'm not going to tell you what the book's called, because basically it's one of 17 volumes of unpublished material from the New Awareness Network. So if anybody looks into the New Awareness Network,
just told you.
Well, you'll probably figure out where I got it from. But basically, it's a story about how you survive death, and you become a survival personality, because nothing really dies.
But what happens of your beliefs from the now as to when you cross over, and how does that interfere with the crossing over side of things?
Interesting question. Well, you say all your life you've been programmed, like computers are programmed. You are a computer, and you can be programmed with what this man said before about neuro-linguistic programming. You remember the thing we did about you will soon need to vote, or you could be fined. It doesn't say you will be fined. So that's telling you, and it's telling and spelling on your belief system. And there's a lie in belief, in the word belief, of course. You know that. Anyway, basically, there was this Arabian man, and he died. And he wasn't quite aware of it. And it was a little bit of a shock for him. But all his life, he believed in that there was one God called Allah. But he actually believed that Musa, or Moses, was stronger or bigger than the Allah. And anyway, he's there, dead. He's not in heaven or anywhere like that. He's just... He's in a non-physical place, but he still thinks he's physical. He's cowering on the ground, waiting for the Allah to appear. Anyway, this couple of people who are non-physical, they're dead, right? But they're survival personalities. They have to act out a little scene for him. So one personality, he appears as the Allah with white hair and big white gown, and he gets his finger with the thunder and lightning and fire. He draws a big sword in the ground. It's on fire, and he picks it up and he waves it at this man. This man's like this, and he's expecting to see the Moses, the prophet Moses, to see them fight. Anyway, another survival personality appears as Moses. Anyway,
appears. It almost sounds like you're talking about a court case there.
Well, it's not quite final judgment, but it's just a couple of friendly survival personalities that want to explain to the poor man, because he's been lied to all his life, he's been lying to himself, that there's an Allah and that there's a Moses. Anyway, the Moses, with a bolt of lightning and fire, he writes in a mountain. Imagine that this is all imaginary. It's all acted out as an imagination for him when he's dead.
But we know how powerful your imagination can be.
Of course, yeah. If you imagine, the only limitation is your own imagination. You're actually co-creating all this en masse. Anyway, the Moses, he writes into the mountain, "Thou shalt not kill." Cuts it, breaks it out of the mountain. Anyway, comes up to the Allah. This Arabian man, still cowering on the ground, wondering what's going on, expecting them to fight. Anyway, they exchange gifts. That Allah gives Moses the sword, and Moses gives him the tablet, "Thou shalt not kill." Anyway, they sort of have an embrace and a quick hug, and they explain to the Arabian man cowering on the ground, "Didn't you realise? For are we not all one? We're one love, one consciousness, and love and light is the only thing that exists. You've been in an imaginary virtual reality game, which you've been co-creating.
And still are.
Now welcome back. This is what's real.
Time to create it for the better of all.
It's more real now. But yeah, as this good man says, isn't it time to change? Because we're all one consciousness and all one love, shouldn't we be looking after each other? And this is where it comes into the question that most people ask: who will be running the show? Well, shouldn't we all be running the show rather than our negative of selves, who just take? Right? We want to be able to give. There's an abundance. We put everything on this planet in order to play the game here, but it's become a monopoly money sport, hasn't it?
Yes.
So what do we need to know? People are like, there'll be anarchy. Well, that's another ism, that's another belief system. Should you really believe in anything but yourself? Right? Should you lie to yourself? I lie to myself. I only believe in good, love and happiness. I'm not interested in anything else. I'm certainly not interested in birthdays or any religious festivals where they tell me that some baby was born and he's here to save us all, and then you go and kill him. You nail him to a cross. That's pretty wicked, sick joke.
But then he comes back to life 3 days later, so he must be a zombie.
Oh, George A. Romero made quite a bit of money out of zombie films. So did he learn it from the Babel?
The Babylon.
Babylon, come and say me got no rights. I think that's pretty much it. Anyway, did you like the story? It's not original. I read it in a book. New Awareness Network. A personality versus a personality. Survival personalities after death. Amazing, isn't it?
Very.
See you later, computers.
We love you.
We do.